What up, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Rick here, and I'm back with another review. Did I scares ya? No? Okay. Was that corny as shit? Yeah? Alright, figured. Alright guys, I am back with a review, taking a look at the NECA toys. Friday the 13th, part 3D. I believe this is the Richard Brooker version of Jason Voorhees. We didn't get Kane Hodder yet. Get some more lights on here. Since my goofy-ass joke probably didn't work too well on you. Anyways, just taking a look at the newest figure in the NECA Ultimate line, the Jason Voorhees. Creepy-ass action figure. See, this was back during the days when he was a little less supernatural and just a little bit more straightforward, and he was just creepy as all sin. These are my favorite versions. You know, once it started getting into Jason X and all that stuff, I know that it's got a lot of fans, it's got a cult following and everything like that, but to me, this is the Jason Voorhees that I used to have nightmares about. Anyways, so let's take a look at the box for this figure, which is pretty darn cool. I don't know if I will be able to get it here. It's probably not going to pick up too well on camera, but it's got a lenticular, like a 3D, because obviously it's Friday the 13th, part 3 3D, but so it's got a 3D lenticular cover here. Let me see if we can't, maybe the lighting here. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Obviously you can't pick up the 3D, but you can see the lenticular there. It's pretty darn cool. I really like how they did that. I love how they go for the VHS and the movie poster covers with these things. Again, standard Ultimate style packaging here. We've got an opening front here with a look at Camp Crystal Lake, the pier leading out to the lake. We got a picture of him on one of the cabin steps here on the front inside cover. You got a little picture of Jason here with Friday the 13th, part 3 3D up on the side, NECA Real Toys. Picture on the back with a couple of graphics of the figure in his different forms, different heads, different weapons. Little bio here if you want to pause it, take a look at it. And then same picture here on the side. I really like this packaging. I'm not the kind of guy that keeps packaging, but if NECA keeps putting out stuff like this, I'm gonna have to. This is pretty awesome. All right, let's take a look at Jason. Jason Voorhees. That was my Pamela impression. I apologize for that. All right, let's take a look at the articulation. And I got kind of railed today by a viewer who told me that I didn't show off the articulation enough. Let me just tell you something right off the bat, right now. If you come to my site looking for me to be manhandling the figures and moving them around like some of the other reviewers, that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. I was actually going to say something about it a while ago, but I just decided I didn't want to rock the boat or anything, But that's a pet peeve of mine. When I see guys handling adult collectibles like this, or DC collectibles, or Mezco, when they handle them like they're made by Mattel for kids, like they're Little Tykes toys, I lose my freaking mind. These are adult collectibles, and we spend $20, $25, $30 on these. I'm not going to go crazy and move these things all over the place. So I'm sorry if this is how you, if you prefer some guy to go handling these things like apes, go watch some other reviewers that sound like Bobcat Goldthwait. Won't mention names. That's not how I'm going to do things. I will treat my toys with respect. Tirade over. Okay, so ball jointed head. We do have ball jointed shoulders. We've got the Hasbro style elbows, the swivel hinge. You've got swivel ball joint, kind of a hinge ball joint, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. On the wrist. There is a swivel at the waist. Actually, it might even be on a ball joint. It does have a pretty good range of movement. You've got ball hinge here on the hips here. Brain farted. Again, Hasbro elbow style knees. And then you've got a ball joint here at the ankles. Now, Sculpting, again, I mean, I really hate to sound like a broken record here, but if it's NECA, we don't need to cover the sculpt because you know that they're going to do fantastic. The one thing I will point out is his head seems a little bit on the long side. I don't remember in this movie it being quite so long, even with the mask off, but, you know, these guys pay attention to crazy details that I don't ever pick up on, things that I would never notice. So I'm not gonna question it. You can question it. I ain't gonna question it. Sculpts, fantastic. Lots of little wrinkles in the clothing. I don't know. I don't have the previous Friday the 13th line that they released, so I can't do comparisons. This looks like their previous releases, when they had just the sole Friday the 13th line that they released, I want to say about 4 years ago. It looks like it, but I don't have those to verify, so I'm just guessing. Paints are pretty darn cool. Very, I mean, clean for the most part for a figure that's meant to be bloodied and dirty. They're fairly clean. You got blood splotches here on the pants. You got it on the shirt. I know some people would have preferred it to be a clean Jason, especially on the neck here. They don't like the fact that he's going to be completely bloody, and I'll tell you why in 1 second. But I don't mind it. You know, he kills people, so of course he's going to have... We'll just pretend that's somebody else's blood, if you want to go that route. Lots of scuffs here on the mask, dirtied up a bit. Lots of washes here in the shirt. Not too heavy that it's going to be distracting, but, you know, enough to give it details. A little bit of dirt here on the pants. Pretty darn cool. And then underneath this ugly ass mug. Actually kind of looks like me. What the hell? No. Anyways, nice, just clean. I like that, you know, they use gloss where it's bloodied and flat where it, you know, should be just regular skin. Got his little cauliflower ear. Apparently he played wrestling in high school. He wrestled. I mean, you know, like I said, NECA. They do fantastic work. I know some people have issues with paints. I've never run across that, really. I'm happy. All right, so what makes this guy ultimate? First of all, he comes with a regular clean head, regular painted. A little bit dirty like the other mask, but it doesn't have one feature, which is the crack in the mask like here. And it's actually, you would think, you know, they just did a different head without the crack and without the blood. Completely different face. As you can see here. A little less owie that hurt. A little more, I'm gonna kill you. That was my Jason Voorhees impression. And then again, just a regular mask without the crack and the blood. And that just slips over the head like so. He also comes with the axe that I had at the beginning of the review in his hands. I had him in that pose because it reminded me of this Cinema of Fear Part 3 Jason that Mezco released a couple years ago, and I really, really enjoyed that figure. And I, you know, here's the theme for me. I regret selling it. Did that a while ago, and I regret selling it. All right, he also comes with a pitchfork to do some chores, to help his mom out with some chores. He comes with a wrench to do a little plumbing. Got to fix the toilet. He comes with a fire poker for those romantic nights with the girlfriend. He comes with a machete to do the bushes out back. They're starting to get overgrown. And he comes with a spear gun to murder someone by stabbing them in the eye, shooting them in the eye. So he comes with quite a bit of accessories. It's just what weapon to put into that hand. Typically, I think most people would go with the machete. That's what they know with Jason, but I have the previous release. I think that was, what was it, Part 7? Can't remember. The previous Friday the 13th release, and he's got the machete, so I'm going to go with the axe with this guy. That's going to be this Jason's weapon of preference. But, alright guys, so that was a look at the NECA Toys Ultimate Part 3 Jason Voorhees figure. This guy is out right now. You can pick him up at the NECA store, the NECA eBay store, or Amazon for about $22, which I think is a steal. How they do the Ultimate figures for only $22 with all these weapons and with the added articulation and the typical NECA fantasticness, I will never know. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you guys. Obviously, since he comes with the ultimate or the alternate head, that just pops off and pops on like so. And that's what people were talking about. They were complaining because he comes with just a regular clean head with blood on his neck. Just pretend that he just murdered someone and he got their blood on him, people. He's got all this other blood on him, so let's just use your imaginations. That's what these toys are for, right? Alright, gang, and here he is with the other Ultimate Jason figure, as well as some of the Nightmare on Elm Street figures. Like I said, all these are out right now. This guy is out right now on the eBay store. Same thing with that. Toys R Us should be getting them in a couple of weeks. Fantastic figures. If you are a fan, get them. Alright, guys, so that's a look at the new Jason. If you like what you see here, please subscribe. Stay tuned, guys. Still got some more reviews on the way this week. We're going to be taking a look at the Mass Effect Superman from Batman v Superman, as well as a couple other things I can't remember off the top of my head. Too many things. All right, guys, please subscribe. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later.